Hello everyone, my name is Joel Ahmed and welcome to my YouTube channel. Guys, here I discuss about forex trading and most importantly how not to lose money in this forex market. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Right. So I have two narratives to explain. Okay, gold chart simply and quickly because I have already shot one video and due to some technical issues, uh, the chart was not clear. Right. So it's already 1:30 a.m. In India. Right. So I'll complete it quickly as possible. Right. And yeah, we'll cover deeply in the next upcoming videos. So in this chart, right, what we can see in gold is that gold is following a higher in a higher time frame. Gold is following a bullish momentum, right? uh, See, you could see this is the uh, high, right? High low, then again a high, then again a high low, and it has just failed to make a high, right? Although but it has sustained for a high low. So on looking at this high time frame, right, we can clearly understand that gold is bullish. Okay, let's come to the candlestick observation from here. Is that uh, here we can see that gold was having a good support around 2020 level, right? So it has how the candle has been closed in the daily time frame is we had inverted hammer candle, right? After that we had the doji, and in third candle gave an engulfing to the upside, and it has broken all this resistance which have been seen in around 2040 area, right? So I'll just jump to the another chart, right? So where I have already drawn everything in the last video, but due to some issues it has not been recorded, right? So the daily time frame you can see from over here is bullish. Okay, and yeah, so I'll just quickly explain the fundamentals here. On the Wednesday time, not on Wednesday, on Friday, right? What we heard that the US and the UK, they are they attacked Yemen, and they are planning to attack Iran as well, right? So there is again a war tension between in the Middle East, right? So when there is a war tension in somewhere, gold works as a safe haven. So gold keeps on going bullish. So the reason behind the gold was bullish, okay, on Friday. The first reason was the war situation, right? And second reason was we had our producer manufacturing index to the negative, which gave an additional confidence to the gold, and it pumped up rapidly on the NY session. Okay, and if I talk about the economic datas in the past year, the ADP, the CPI, and what we had is NFP, right, and the job market data. So everything was positive and bullish, and which was showing gold to dump down, right? So all the data were bullish, so gold should have moved down. It has shown a retracement, right, from this 2043 level or from 2034 level all the way up to 2014, but it has failed to sustain that new lower low, right? So what we had over here is a liquidity sweep below this area, right? The 2016 area, and gold immediately pumped up, right? So what it has given a retracement till 2030 was a technical one, right? Because we had this impulse down, and you can see on the lower time frame, after this impulse down, right, with this imbalance and all, it is the transform of gold that it should retrace to a supply level, right? And then that's the supply, and it should go down. But what we could see that from here it has slowly started moving upwards, and what it has done over here is it has just trapped all the retailer sellers total here, right? Because from here you can see that we had one, two, and three resistance touch over here, and which was support became resistance. You could see one, two, right? It was a strong support, it was acting as a strong support here, then it became a strong resistance. So it broke it, and what people thought over here when gold came to here is like, we can short gold, right? Because everything is positive, right? The news is that NFPs data are totally positive, the CPI is positive, so we can sell gold. Even though I was thinking the same, but I had another narrative in the mind about the war situation, so I just stopped selling gold, right? I was in the bullish direction. So people who don't know about the fundamentals and all, they started selling from here, and after trapping a lot of retailers in this, the gold showed immediate pump to the upside, right? And might be everyone has been stopped out and their account has been washed. Okay, so what we can expect gold on next week is, I have drawn everything over here. Don't just mind, I'll explain it, right? You can take a screenshot and you can just follow it if you want, right? So what we can see over here is, if you drop down to smaller type. Okay, first I'll put a plot of fib over here, right, from this high to low. First of all, what we can see over here is, this is our equilibrium, right, 50% area, and right at the equilibrium we had our order block, right. The demand zone, in the demand zone we have our order block, right, that has been formed on the resistance level. So there is a very high probability when order block is formed in somewhere, a support or a resistance, it plays, right. That is equilibrium, to keep in mind that. And so this is our first level, the reason why I mark this level, right. The second reason why I mark this level is, if I drop down to a smaller time frame, on the 30 minutes you could see a order block over here, and this is a clean order block, unmitigated one still, and which is resting on the optimal entry area, that is the 79%. Okay, and yeah, so this is the second zone. This is the first reason to mark the second zone. The second reason to mark the second zone is, the 4-hour time frame. You can see that gold has formed a very beautiful QM pattern, right. Again, old and classic, QM pattern. If I move to line chart, you could see that on 4-hour time frame, you can see this is the high, right. This is the high, and this is the low, and which is a strong QM pattern. After this is a liquidity entry model in smart money, right. And that is formed in higher time frame, so it has a lot of potential to pull, to pump gold to the upside, right. We had a support forming, being here, support being formed over here, right. Support being formed over here to this area, and we just it sweep out this previous liquidity, and it just pumped up. So it is a very good entry model. Okay, so what I was explaining is that on 30-minute time frame, you could see that this yeah, so you got the second reason why I marked my second zone, because this is the QML area, and this is the left shoulder, right. This is the left shoulder of the QML area. This is the 79% area, as well as it's a clean unmitigated order block, right. What I expect gold to behave on next week is that we have a supply left over here, the order block, right. It's a clean order block, and on the 15-minute time frame you could see that this supply zone, okay, is responsible to change the structure to the downside, right, and it has fair value gaps in it, so which makes it as it is a valid one, right. So what I can expect is that gold will push up and test the supply, and it will move down to this 2040 area to test the previous resistance, right. It has broken the previous resistance, and it should come to test it. Okay, so if gold passes to test it, and it makes a support over here, so from here 2040 area we are good to go bullish all the way up to 2075 or 80 zone, right, which is clean a clean supply zone in the high time frame. You can see in 4-hour time frame it is a supply zone, right. Still it is unmitigated, and this is I'll just mark it. You can see over here, this is the left shoulder, right, and this is the head, and this is the right shoulder, and which has broken the structure to the downside. You can see the break of structure to the downside. So this supply is still unmitigated, and it's still untested, so there is a very high probability, right, that it can push gold down. So forex is all about probability, right. We don't know anything 100%, it is all about probability. So if I see something okay, some as I have told you previously, right, the fundamentals are supporting to the bullish side. Yeah, so the that one is the war thing, right. Second thing was, I forgot to mention, is about the Federal Reserve interest rate cutting back, right. So we all know that on the December FOMC meeting, Fed had said that we are done raising interest rate. So what we will do on 2024 is, we will start cutting the interest rate, right, looking based on the data. So 70% of the people are still betting that Fed will start cutting the interest rate from the March. So which shows that if they start cutting the interest rate, right, US dollar will have a negative impact, and which will help gold to push higher, as well as we have the war tension in the Middle East, which is supporting gold to be bullish, right? And here we can see that clearly the technicals are supporting bullish as well. So we should be comfortable, and we should be looking gold to the bullish side, right? So if we get some confirmation, something like this, right? Something this QML or this entry model is formed, right? After a high is being formed and the low, again a higher high to take out the previous liquidity, and we see so market just a shift to the downside, right? So on test of some favorable gap or some uh, optimal entry area, we could sell gold on the way up to 2030. Why I'm saying 2030 is right, because once this support is being tested, right, this order block is being tested, uh, it is very low probability that second time it will sustain this. So it will breach past this to this freshly an order block or the demand zone at the 30-minute time frame, right? And where we have our QML structure test. So if gold comes here, right, we should look for some confirmation, right? Like the way we have here, some liquidity entry model, okay, something like this, right? So and then we are good to go for bullish, right? And the target for the bullish will be all the way up to 2120. Okay, so until and unless this zone is being held, right, remember one thing clearly, guys, until and unless gold is above 2030 in the daily time frame, gold is bullish. So once if it breaks this low, right, this trend line, I'll show you in a 4 time frame. You can see that gold is respecting a clean trend line. You can see one touch, two touch, right? So the third touch is yet to be done. If it breaks this trend line, right, then gold can, you can see from this arrow mark, if it breaks this trend line, then very cleanly gold can move to the downside, because we have the imbalances left over here, right? You can see this imbalance left over here, and we have this supply, okay, sorry, the demand zone, which is still unmitigated, right? So we must be having institutional pending orders, limit orders over here, and it can drag gold down, because so we never know if the structure is broken to the downside, until and unless gold is bullish, because we know the fundamentals and the structures are favoring the bullish side. So we should be searching, we should be searching gold bullish structure and bullish entries, right? So I think that's all from this video, right? I will not edit this video, guys, so bear with me if there is anything mistaken or anything I spoke twice or thrice, right? You can just bear it for this video, right? For next time I will edit it, because I don't have time to edit it, and from Monday the market is opening. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've enjoyed it, just comment it out, right? So if you haven't liked it or as well, then also comment it out that, what improvements you want, and just don't forget to subscribe it, right, and share it to family and friends. Thank you, and see you in the next video. So tata, bye bye.